Hello, and thank you for watching. Please press those like buttons and subscribe buttons if you would, especially if you like what you see today. This helps others like yourselves find us on YouTube. Also, don't forget, we will have more videos on maintenance items directly related to the vessel, and those will be in the same channel, so you'll be able to find them right here. Anyway, on to today's show. Well, hello everybody. Thanks for checking in with us. Second video. It's Mike and I on the way to the boat in October. That's about 200 pounds of tools we took with us. Enjoying the flight on the way. The wonderful COVID line in Trinidad that seemed to never end. And then we get to the boat. And that's how she looks when we got there. Now the video I'm showing you here is the last video I received from the boatyard. This was before I was able to get to it. As you can see, there's a lot of mold and dust and dirt throughout. You're not going to see too much of the damage from the termites, roaches, mice, everything that's been able to live in the boat for the last 6 years. But as you can see, we've got a big mess to work on. Lots of rot from leaking fittings and everything else. All the standard stuff that happens to a boat when you let one sit. Nothing unusual. All pretty understandable and all fixable, thank God. So we get there, and the first project is immediately start cleaning. That's what we had to do. So we start cleaning out everything, finding what is savable. Sadly enough, there wasn't much. Right there, what you're seeing are the termite tracks. We ended up throwing away bags and bags of rotten clothing, moth-eaten clothing, moldy stuff. There was still food in the boat. The boatyard kind of missed something, but they took care of it. And so what you're seeing here is some of the termite damage and some of the rot. Again, nothing horrible, all fixable, just a little bit of time. And so we got started on the cleaning, and basically we spent 5 days there, and all 5 days were spent just cleaning everything out. Now Rico and his crew from the boatyard, they did end up getting in there, and a lot of the powdery mold you'll see on everything in these videos here, it was actually gone by the time we got there. Rico did a nice job on taking care of that for us. So this was the master cabin in the back. As you can see, a lot of things have been piled in there. Walking through the workshop. And then this is the main salon where we had to clear everything out. Sadly enough, I was only able to save a couple of the cushions. Most of them had been eaten strangely by something. Not sure if it was the termites that decided to get into it. Not sure what decided to get into it. But unfortunately, the cushions were ruined. And there's some more tracks from the termites. More of the food. As you can see, there was still stuff left in, and that was supposed to be taken out by the yard crew. Again, they took care of it, no problem. The port quarter berth's kind of a mess. There's my butterfly hatch, the galley, the aft port head, and the main salon as we started cleaning out. You'll see some of the roach droppings and mold and rot as we have gone through. Now, this was the first day we were there. When we first walked on board, Mike went around and did a video for me. I know we're working on the aspect ratio, holding the video or holding the phone horizontal and not vertical. We'll get to it. We ended up removing the old benches that were on the boat. They'd been made out of a very nice wood in South Africa, but unfortunately they had seen better days. My understanding is the yard crew took them and turned them into some bleachers at the local cricket field for the boys, so that was a good thing. And as you can see, just things are just askew. Just things are a mess, and really it was a matter of tidying up and getting the boat workable to where we could live on board. So we were able to, in the 5 days we were there, actually set it up so now when I go back in January, I will be able to sleep on board. We also had the shipyard install a air conditioner, and that made a huge difference inside. We ended up finding a little bit of keel wine that was left over and a little bit of keel rum, and took it all to barbecue with us, and we all enjoyed it. It was quite tasty still, which was very surprising after being in the boat for so many years. So, as you can see in the galley, just tons and tons and tons of stuff. A lot of things had to be put away. A lot of glass and crockery. Unfortunately, I had to get rid of it because it was going to be a shatter problem. I've got little kids and the whole bit, so it really made sense to go ahead and move that on and give that away to somebody who could really use it, like another adult without kids. But you can see the dehumidifiers. You saw one in the galley. That's the other one there in the workshop. And they're draining it into the bilge. So, again, this is the first day back. So, a few things have been moved around between the last video you saw and this one. But as you'll see here, a lot of things were just piled up into the aft cabin here. Unfortunately, a lot of those cushions and these bags of clothing you're going to see all had to be thrown out. They were just, there was nothing left of them, and what was left wasn't usable. Now, the one cabinet we're going to show you here in a second actually does have some usable clothing in it. I will be getting with the previous owners to see if they want any of that back. We were able to take about 4 or 5 boxes and load it up with a lot of little personal knickknacks, pieces of sea glass and shells from all over their world from their previous travels. So I'm going to be very happy to give that back to them, and hopefully we can make some sort of arrangement to get it to them. So this time when I get back, I'm going to be going through that cabinet you just saw there very heavily, and then the workshop. The cabinet that was just shown is actually going to be the electronics cabinet for the boat, the way I set it up now. So that will end up having my switch panel in it and all the... let me stop for a second. You see here one of the portholes. This one I took home and gave it a little bit of love with some polishing compound and a buffer, and that's how it looks now. And so to keep from having to polish all the time, I actually coated it with a coat of Rust-Oleum clear gloss. So we're going to give that a go and see how that works. Anyway, back to the electronics. So the electronics are going to be in that other cabinet, which will be in the workshop. This will clear out some space in the main salon as well. And because right now in the main salon, the electronics are on the right-hand panel, and that's going to be removed, and another settee will be put in. And a nice little picture of Mike as we first get there. He's so excited, as you can see. And then us and trying to work. Okay, so yes, I know we suck at putting these time-lapse videos together. I will work on that. Again, this is mainly for friends and family, so keep all the negative comments to yourselves. Yeah, if you have some helpful comments, we'll take them. I'm not buying a GoPro right now. Literally everything is going into getting the boat going again. So that bench again is at the cricket field now. I heard they like it. And this was one of many days, just more and more garbage. And this is how I look pretty much every day.
So right now it's 7:55. Waiting on the cruiser's net to come in. Usually start about 8. Should have, volumes all the way up.
Radio. Tune to channel 68.
But in the meantime, I'm gonna be sweeping out the cockpit because there's a bunch of dirt all in there. Just all kinds of dirt. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. Oh, got the hat. Hair's still poopy. They only had extra large, so let's see how it fits. There we go. Keep the sun off my forehead. Yeah. Cashier said something about 50 US, but that wasn't the price of the hat. I didn't quite gather what she was talking about. I think that's how much she was getting. I don't know if she was making a joke about her salary or something, but who knows. I'm still working out the accent here, even though English is their primary language.
Michael having fun in another country. Now that is myself, Karen, and Mike when Mike was about 15 months, is what my guess is right here. And now we get to the sanding of the hull.
You sound in there?
This is Cow and his crew of merry men sanding off layers and layers and layers of old bottom paint. Thank God I hired them, because it would have killed me to do all that. And here come some little photos to show you what we ended up with. That's about it for this time. Tried to keep it short, tried to keep it under 10 minutes, and I'll try and put another one together after I get back. Love y'all. Thank you for watching. Please press those like and subscribe buttons, and please share the video as well. You can find more photos and videos on our website and on Instagram. Until next time, be safe and be good to each other. Bye-bye. Audrey, it's time to say goodbye.
No.